Hey, 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 hey. Hey, look here, y'all. Uh, y'all gotta pay attention to Coach Prime. He give you all the clues. He gives you all the clues. That boy smart. Coach Prime, you smart, brother. You smart. Smart. Listen, y'all. The offensive line coach is gonna be well taken care of. I don't care however you slice that pie. I know everybody like to throw out different things. Y'all, if you really do your research, because I say, well, let me tap into this thing and just do a tad bit. Because remember I told y'all, I don't really be thinking about the O-line like that. I'm just not an O-line type of person. But I do my duty for y'all on that O-line stuff. So I said, let me just backtrack on Coach Prime history and see what he doing. I never really looked into George Hegamin. I never really looked into him. Now, I looked into George Hilo, but I never really looked into George Hegamin because he, I know he had the IMG, that stamp on the IMG. Like, if you in the state of Florida, matter of fact, if you around the country, you done heard about IMG. So he has been the head coach at the post-grad IMG part, been the offensive line coach there. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. I know he went to the NFL. Yeah, that's cool. I know that's a pipeline to IMG. I know he is a pipeline. Because he been there. They rock with him now. IMG rock with him. Rock with him. They rock with him now. So I just said, let me do some history. Because everybody keep throwing out names. And they throwing out all these names like, bro, that's just internet talk. Y'all internet talking me. I don't mind you internet talking me. I guess it is what it is. But remember I told y'all, Coach Prime wants somebody been there, done that, been there, not done that, not been there, not done that, and then I still need you doing that. So let me just read off Coach Hegamin, Coach H, Coach GH. All right, my boy got drafted to the Cowboys 94 through 97. You know who was there within that time frame? Coach Prime was there a little bit with him. So that's where Coach Prime and George hit up. Deion Sanders and George. Players on the Cowboys. Jimmy Johnson, Cowboys. So they know how a system supposed to run. They know what championship look like. Now, I told y'all when they hired him as, when they hired him, Prime go way back with this man. Way back to 1990. They in the 90s together. Mid-90s, they together. They rocking. Super Bowl championship 95, they on the squad. I don't know if he's starting, but they on the squad together. Now, bring that up if anybody just decided to do a little history, just a little history instead of just everybody throwing out names. Throw out the name, throw out the name, throw out the name. Because it sound good. The internet make it sound good. But, well, stop that. Stop that. Stop. Please stop. Don't do that anymore. Don't do the internet stuff. This is 2025. You got to do some real research. Because I told y'all, when Coach Prime allow you into that circle, you all right. You all right with him. Well, George been in the circle with Prime since 95. When Prime was with them Cowboys, they rocking. All right. Bring it up. My dog coached that Prime Prep. Nah. I ain't say that now. The internet saying we should hire this, and this. This man coached with Coach Prime at Prime Prep. So Prime thought enough about him while they was with the Cowboys to say, hey, big dog, rock with your boy. Rock with your boy at Prime Prep, baby. Prime Prep. So if you can rock with Prime at Prime Prep, and now Prime on, Prime him, Prime stunting on them boys, stunting on. And you know what? I like what Prime doing, because my dog going to win the way he want to win. He ain't win the way everybody say he got to win. He going to win the way he want to win. Yeah. So we can hush all this up. The coach, technically to me, is him. Now, it could go another route, and the only route I think it could go is, it could be other NFL people that he know, because he know a lot of people. But he should be first. Hands down, he should be first. Prime hired himself. Hey, boy, Prime Prep 2012. Prime Prep 2012? Now they met in 95. They met in 95. They was still cool enough when Prime started the school. Prime Prep, he with them. Come on, y'all. Now, he goes to the Under Armour All-American camps and elites from 2010 to 2019. So he coaching linemen all the time. He coaching linemen all the time. This man is coaching linemen. He just a lineman through and through and through. And I told y'all Coach Prime wants somebody who coaching. He wants somebody who coaching. Then, if he really wants you, he'll slide you in. If he really, really wants you, you're going to be on the roster already for the next move. Because Coach Prime already be thinking ahead. This is not little boy ball. This is big boy ball. So the internet going to toss you the little boy ball. Hey, Coach Prime should hire him. Coach Prime should hire him. I get it. But if they really was wanting to be on their internet game, they just going to look up George. George is him. Brought George in. Check this out. Let's just look at it for how I'm looking at it. Now, Coach Prime ain't tell me nothing. I just watch it for how I watch it. Let's just run it back so you can see what I see. First year, offensive coordinator. I ain't talking about Jackson State. Let's talk about Colorado. Colorado has Sean Lewis, but he pulls Pat Shermer out of the woodworks to come back. Pat Shermer was the offensive coordinator until 21 with the Broncos. So him. He's the offensive coordinator in 21 with the Broncos. Coach Prime is coaching in 23. So Pat Shermer is only missing one season without football. One season. Comes on 23, get used to the college. Before the season over, Pat Shermer, OC. 25 or 24, Pat Shermer, OC. 25, Pat Shermer, OC. All right, 24. He hires a new O-line coach. He gives him his first real title. He gives him his first real title. He gives him his first real title in Low-Ho. Low-Ho never had the official title. He was an assistant, this, assistant, that, with the O-line. He never was that main, like, I'm the coach, I'm the voice you listen to. It was somebody else. That was his growing situation. But Coach Prime said, I got you. I put you on, boy. I put you on, boy. So he put him on. But when he put him on, guess who he brought with him? Now, Coach Prime got the vision, so it could work in a lot of ways. It could be you know it, IMG. You know that's a connection. You could wake up today and see that. Oh, he was at IMG, got IMG players, bam, connection. That's the connection. But that's just the icing on the cake connection. Now let's dig a little deeper. And if you dig a little deeper, you see that Coach Prime and George Hegamin, they've been rocking since the Super Bowl with the Cowboys. And you know, Coach Prime, man, he is very likable, y'all. I want y'all to know Coach Prime is very likable. Like, he is a major superstar. He is a major icon. But he will rock with you. Just like Your best friend what rock with you. That's how he rock. That is him. He is a unicorn in this college world. Everybody want to be in that circle, but you can't. You're on the outside for a reason. He too well connected. He is well connected. He don't need no help from nobody to get nobody. It made me think about when I tried to throw a little sister help out there. My help wasn't about nothing. You think you be knowing, but you really don't be knowing. So I just watched his pattern. His pattern was got an OC in 23. Now the OC that was behind the scene became the front scene. Got an O-line coach, got an O-line coach. One coach gone, now behind the scenes. What will behind the scenes do? To me, George Hegamin, and everybody been saying, what coach gonna do? How he gonna bring offensive linemen to the school without an O-line coach? Well, he got an O-line coach. He's sitting right there in George Hegamin. But the internet says otherwise. But Coach Prime, that boy is smart. He say, I've been knowing this man since 94. Come on, George. I got me a big boy job. You worked with me at Prime Prep in 2012. Well, guess what? It's time for you to ride out with me in Colorado in 2024. Baby, we done made it. We done made it. Man, listen, if George Hegamin ain't the man, it gotta be somebody like your boy Mike Munchuk. I would look up Mike Munchuk. Him and Pat Sherman was like that. So I'm talking about George Hegamin today. I might give y'all Mike tomorrow, Mike Monday. But, bro, this is not rocket science. Don't let the internet fool y'all. Y'all be hearing all these people talk. They just be talking. It's just like when they be on the internet and you got somebody saying Arizona State shouldn't have been in the playoffs. What? Arizona State probably basically won the game. But it is what it is. So, listen, y'all. When y'all hear all that internet stuff, for 2025, do me a favor. Do me a great favor. When you hear all that internet chatter, instead of saying, Colin, what you think about this? Because the internet chatter, I want y'all just do a little research. Just do a little research. It don't hurt nothing. Just do a little research. Just look at the research and say, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because y'all kept throwing this stuff at me. Y'all just been throwing stuff at me. So nobody should never throw that again. I'm probably going to skip the question if you throw me somebody that's not on George Hegamin's level or Mike Munchuk level. If you're not throwing me a guy like that, I'm going to skip your question. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip your question. I'm going to say what's up to you, but I'm going to skip your question because you're listening to the internet. You cannot listen to the internet. They don't know Prime. And they clearly don't know him if they won't even do a little research. So, OC. O-line. Now, he doesn't have to hire George Hegamin. He doesn't have to. But it feels like he will. It feels like he will. It feels like he will. It makes sense. So, if you don't bring me a name, George Hegamin or better, you just hearing what the internet say. You just hearing what the internet say. So y'all can't be just because people produce content don't mean they be really knowing. They just be producing content. That's the object of the game. When you get into this world, the object of the game is to produce. Talk that talk, produce. If they listen to it, they listen to it. If they don't, talk something that they might listen to. So, Tim, you just asked the question. Right there. That George Hegamin. You got to look at George Hegamin. That is above George Hegamin. Right. That's how some of this stuff be. But it's okay. It's okay. I get it. Everybody got to make that dollar. But I told myself yesterday, I was like, man, let me just really look at this thing. George Hegamin. Yo, if you personally work with Coach Prime and he called you, and they called you, and he wants you, on the squad, bam, that's Prime Prep. The man that Prime Prep with him. Prime Prep, y'all. So, to me, if it ain't George Hegamin, it got to be somebody with more NFL knowledge. It got to be somebody with more NFL knowledge. So, who's going to have more knowledge than George Hegamin? My next guy, now I did see this one on the internet, so that's what made, but I went and looked it up. I did see Mike Munchak on the internet, so I looked him up. I wanted to see him. I wanted to see his credentials. His credentials lock right in with Pat Shermer. Coach Prime is about relationships. Now, he'll holler at you and give you an opportunity or whatever, but it got to be about relationships. If you come out sideways, you probably ain't going to be in there. So, relationships. Matt, what's my boy name? Mike Munchak. Mike Munchak and Pat Shermer was together at the Broncos. They connect. So, Coach Prime got options. And again, I talk about Mike Munchak. I give him his own show. I give Mike Munchak his own show. But I just want to know, I want to let y'all know at least 2 O-line coaches I will be looking at. But think about it this way. Who is already with him? Already been sitting with the players since what? January, maybe? He been with them since January? Yeah, hold up. Let's rewind this. Hold up. So Coach Prime has another guy at the school who coached O-line with him at Prime Prep 2012. The man went on to coach in the Under Armour stuff 2010, 2019. Y'all know who was there as a head coach in 2019 at the Under Armour? Coach Prime. Coach Prime coached. So they coached at Prime Prep together. And then now they coached at the Under Armour All-American game in 2019. I was there at that game. I was there when Coach Prime coached that. That was my first time actually seeing him that close up. Like, I was close enough to say coach, but I couldn't get no words out because it wasn't no reason to talk to him because he wasn't going to know who I was. So, y'all, to me, it's him. To me, it's him. To me, it's him. To me, it's him, y'all. I can't see no way around it. Coach Prime hired this man himself in 2012. They were coaching all the elite players in the country in 2019 at the Under Armour All-American game. Now, Prime brought him in at Colorado with what? A new O-line coach. He's giving him a shot. Now, you could say, well, Colin, why didn't Deion Sanders give George Hegamin the job if he's all that? Well, Coach Prime got his ways of thinking. He got his ways of thinking. He blessed that boy. He blessed him. He blessed Lowell Hope. And you see how that blessing keep rolling. Now, my boy at Mississippi State. But guess who sat there a year in Colorado? A year. George Hegamin sat there a year. So it's easily to hand the keys over to him. It's easy to hand the keys to George Hegamin. It's easy. But he doesn't have to hire him. I'm just saying George Hegamin makes a lot of sense. Because if you've been rocking with me, we was on the Super Bowl team together, 94. Then you called me up. Hey, bro, let me rock out with Prime. Hey, I need you for Prime Prep. You call me for Prime Prep. I'm rocking with you. Then me and you link up again at the Under Armour All-American. Bro. And now, Coach Prime didn't have to say no more to George Hegamin if he didn't think he was him. But he said, hey, big dog. Hey, I got you. Hey, I got you. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy in Colorado. Yeah. You be in there IMG holding it down, dog. I got you. So to me, that's the coach. Now, it ain't no official word out. They ain't said nothing. They could go another way. Like I said, they could hire Pat Shermer, homeboy. I call them homeboys, but they friends. Mike Munchak. Bam. He might hire. But, see, yeah, like Lance say, Mike Munchak is the best one to fill the... Correct. You can hire him or George. So it's going to be on coach. Because guess what? Again, I say that show for another day. I say I'm going to give Mike his own show because this show is to show y'all about relationships. I give y'all Mike either today or tomorrow or Sunday. I give y'all Mike. But George been there, y'all. George has been there. To me, it makes sense. Like, Coach Prime is the coach now. He hired him in 2012. They did a week together in 2019. They probably did other stuff at Under Armour. Bam. Then George Hegamin was at IMG from 2019 to 2020. I think he was there even longer, really. I know it don't say too much longer at that, but I think he was there longer. I think he was there longer, y'all. So, to me, if you're not talking George Hegamin, NFL, if you can't bring me a relationship, I don't want to hear it. If you can't bring me the relationship with him, you got a relationship with George, and y'all coach together. So y'all got history as players, history as coaches, and then on. So, I think that's why we ain't heard nothing yet. Like, what's the rush? They could be telling us. Now, I don't know what they said. I haven't asked. I don't want to ask because we're going to get it in a little bit. So, if George is the man, then look at it. They're saying, hey, when they come in for visits, who going to run it? George is running it. He been coaching all this time. The man was a player and then went into the coaching. He did some stuff before that, but he went into coaching. So George Hegamin is my guy, unless I see Mike Munchak, because him and Pat Shermer. So yeah, but let me see what y'all talking about. Because I'm just giving you the real deal. So we ain't got to go with all that internet talk no more. We going with facts. This man is good and Mike is good. But today, I just want to highlight this show. I just want to highlight George. The reason why George is that guy. They go way back. If Coach can hire you at Prime Prep, then he brings you in. It's honestly, I give you this. George Hilo was there just in case coaches make moves. Because George Hilo is a good coach. Now, I ain't talking about George Hegamin. Talking about George Hilo on the defense side. I got to give y'all that scenario. I break his scenario down. But Danzy leave, you really got George Hilo right there. George Hilo, I know, is a future DC or future head coach. Just the way they say he operate. That man is him. Jim Harbaugh had him. Nick Saban had him. Prime got him. These elite guys. So, you make it on with Coach Prime, you got something going. So, but let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. I'm just telling y'all, we can't go with the internet chatter. Yeah, internet chatter don't matter no more. It's 2025. We can't let the internet tell us what's going on. You got to see the facts. The facts are Pat Shurmur got brought in after missing one season. He was an offense coordinator and a head coach in the NFL. And what's crazy is people talk crazy about Pat Shurmur. Like, this man ain't him. Like, the internet will talk wild about Pat Shurmur like he is not him. Hey, man, if y'all don't sit down somewhere, if you think Pat Shurmur trash, then you really don't know ball. Like, you don't, because Pat Shurmur didn't get this far to be trash. Like, when you trash, they don't know about you. We know about Pat Shurmur. So, Prime just be smart with his moves. Now, but see, for me, I feel like if he hired George, I feel like George wouldn't leave. I feel like George wouldn't leave. I feel like George wouldn't leave. Chad, you say what y'all gonna do with Prime leave? Boy, God good. Ain't check this out. Chad, 2014 through 2016, I covered Charlie Strong. Right now, I'm covering Coach Prime. But in 2025, I'm covering Willie Simmons at FIU. I'm also adding Shador in the NFL. Gonna cover that. I'm also adding Travis Hunter in the NFL. God good. So if Prime was to ever leave and step out of ball, it's just like when I went talking about him in 2014 and 2016. That was all Charlie Strong era. This is Coach Prime era. Now I'm adding on Willie Simmons at FIU. Now I'm adding on. So if Coach Prime ever bust a move, we gonna keep that thing rolling. We gonna keep that thing rolling. Hey, Chad, I thought about stuff like that. And God said, here you go, boy. Willie Simmons, FIU. He 45. Gonna be 45 this year. He got a long time to coach. And he going up that ladder. He going up that ladder. So, you know me. I was following Charlie Strong in 2014, 2015, 2016. So God will give me somebody else to cover. Hey, it don't stop. It don't stop. Coverage of football don't stop. They've been covering football for a long time. And they're going to cover it even longer. So, yeah, we ride, baby. We ride. Now, I might throw in Michael Vick. I might throw in, what's my boy name? Deshaun Jackson. I might. I don't know how I really feel about all that because I like to cover what I really want to cover. So I covered Charlie Strong because I said that year I told my business partner, I said, bruh, I want to have a team that I follow that I just want to roll with. So I picked Charlie Strong in 2014. I covered him 2014, 2015, 2016. The only difference is I didn't cover him online. God, dog, I wish I would have covered him online. But God has blessed me way beyond, so I ain't even worried about it. So now we got the end of 22 to now, we've been covering Coach Prime. It's been solo Coach Prime. But in 25, it's going to be Coach Prime, Willie Simmons at FIU, Shador in the NFL, Travis Hunter in the NFL. Whew, God good, won't it? He'll do that thing. God will do that thing. So if Coach Prime ever decide to step away, we rolling. We gonna roll. We gonna roll. Now, I am gonna peek over there at. Now, I love covering Coach Prime. That's my dog. I love covering. Hey, that's my boy. But if he ever leave, you know we got to keep rolling. But I will put an eye over there at Michael Vick. And I put an eye over there at Deshaun Jackson. You know, I cover that. But I like to cover what I really like. So that's why FIU is getting added. I rock with Willie Simmons. So we covering that. Like y'all gonna hear Willie Simmons. I like Shedeur. I want to actually see what Shedeur does. So I will cover that. I want to see what Travis does. So I will cover that. So I got y'all. We gonna rock, baby. Rock, baby, rock, baby. Hey. But good question, though, because I was asking myself the same thing, and God say, here you go, 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 here you go. Boy, who wouldn't serve a good God? Who wouldn't serve a good God? But let's get back to y'all question. So don't let the internet fool y'all. Relationships matter. So, y'all, they be tagging coach name on these coaches and that coach's coach pride. I told y'all he in his own world. Hey, like, why is they tagging me in all this mess? I ain't doing none of that mess. He got his own circle, man. But let me see what y'all talking about. Lisa, what's that? Miss E. Willer. Shiny King. T. Webster. J. Will. Larry. V-Rod. Rail. T. Webster, you say so. Who didn't see that coming, though? Coach always. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not official, but you could almost say it's right there. And if it ain't, it got to be somebody connected to somebody. Other guy would be Mike. Mike right there in Colorado. Mike used to coach with the Broncos. Coach Prime want that NFL tag. So, yeah. Like, it ain't official, but hey, you rock with me in 95 Super Bowl. You called me to coach with you at Prime Prep. We coached at the Under Armour All-American. I coached at IMG as the head coach. Now I'm in Colorado. Come on now. Y'all got it. Y'all got to connect the dots. Connect the dots. The connection is there. You got to connect those dots. Don't let it fool you. Don't let the internet fool you. RLC, what's good? Ed, what's happening? Diva, what's good? Miss Pleasant Plump. To us, you say this just like he had Coach Pat in the building. That's what I'm saying. Coach Prime be smart, man. Miss L. I remember I text Coach Prime one day. I said, Coach, man, you like marketing 101. That boy marketing genius. Hey, man, Coach Prime be ahead. Like, listen, y'all got to look at, I ain't saying they on the same level because Nick Saban got a lot of national championships. But what I'm saying is Nick Saban laid out the blueprint. If you coach with me and I am him, I am the reason everybody here, okay? Nick Saban the reason everybody watched Alabama. Deion Sanders the reason everybody watched Colorado. So what did Nick Saban do? He had a bunch of coaches ready. They was ready. I'm talking about them coaches was ready for Nick Saban to get their opportunity because they know when they work with him, they're going to go be a head coach. So that's what they was doing. So now you have it. Coach Prime saying, okay, go. I like that. Go. Let me have my boys ready. On deck ready. So he has guys ready. He have them ready. And he know everybody. Man, he know everybody, y'all. He knows everybody. You see you got Warren Sapp coaching. You see you got T.O. out there helping. You got T.O. out there helping. You got Pat Sherman was out there helping. You got George Hilo out there helping. Yo, Coach Prime, listen. So it's always a coach waiting. They be waiting. He said, hey, hold up. I get you opportunity. Hold up. I will get you your opportunity. So, to me, hey, A2B, yep. Nick has always said that, well, he didn't have to groom him, but he groomed him. He showed, hey, You jump on with Nick Saban and you get one of them spots, they giving you a job. Well, the same with Coach Prime. You get on with Prime, you going to get you a job. Every coach left Prime, they got jobs. You get a job, you get a job, you get a head coach, you get a head coach, you get a head coach. They want that prime touch. They want that prime touch. So, I'm just telling y'all, keep an eye on who he bring in on the side. So, when he bring in, if he uprise George Hegamin, which he could, who would he bring in else? Like, his mind already going to be thinking, so somebody going to be in the building on offense ready. Just like George Hilo on the defensive side. George Hilo is there for a reason. Coach Dre, what's happening? George Hilo there for a reason, y'all. George Hilo is there. Probably for this one right here. Now, when Rob Livingston leave, I just tell you now, when Rob Livingston leave, George Hilo is probably going to be the defensive coordinator unless he dip and go somewhere else. I'm just telling you now. George Hilo is probably going to be the defensive coordinator unless he leave. Unless he leave. George Hilo is probably going to be the defensive coordinator. Just watch it. I'm thinking George Hilo going to get raised up. I'm thinking George Hegamin going to get raised up. I don't know if Hegamin probably going to be the O-line coach, but George Hilo probably going to get the position this year. And when Rob Livingston decide to dip, that man been there learning what they been learning, and they just been putting that thing together. And George Hilo going to bam, bop, bop, go bop, bop, bop. George Hilo going to get out there balling. So, Hilo is next if he doesn't leave before Livingston leave. Because they're going to be wanting Hilo now. I ain't going to lie. They're going to want Hilo because Hilo got that stamp on it. George Hilo got that stamp. He got Jim Harbaugh stamp, Nick Saban stamp, Coach Prime stamp. That's 3 stamps. Oh, you him, boy. You him. So, but George Hilo is another day. I give y'all George Hilo at some point. I give y'all George Hilo. I give y'all the next up. I'm going to just give y'all the next up so you have some real information to ride out with because, yeah, you'll just have some real information. D. Smith, you say how I feel about Benson leaving? I'm cool with it because you got you live and you learn. Like, you live and you learn. He was there. He felt like it wasn't the spot to continue, so he left. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Yep, you live and you learn. Yeah, Matt, you know that. Miss Pam, you say you love him. I love your energy in this space. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Larry, you say stamp that? Yeah. When you get them stamps on you, some stamps make you very valuable. So, like, y'all got to understand, no matter who goes and who comes, the unicorn is Deion Sanders. He's going to be able to bring in a coach through relationships. Y'all know what he tell us this, and he tell us this all the time. And not just like personally telling me, but he tells the whole world. He says, hey, I get down with coaches by relationships. That's how I get down with coaches, by relationships. So he tells us this. George Hegamin got brought in, relationships. Pat Shermer got brought in by relationships. Everybody connected to him is relationships. Livingston got recommended to him. People calling him, hey, Rob Livingston is that guy. Bring Rob Livingston in. So he brought him in, but he going to evaluate him. He evaluated him. Rob knocked that thing out of the ballpark. Boop. And you see what he did. He balled out this year. They got 9 wins. Everybody wondering what Coach Prime going to do in what? They wonder what Coach Prime going to do in 25. Y'all, we going to have a good season. We are going to have a good season. Like, if you look at the roster, it's kind of almost set up. If you look at the roster, it's kind of almost set up. Like, We already got a winning roster. We have a winning roster. Coach just got to get the right couple guys off in there, and we can have a great year. So he know what he doing, y'all. This ain't his first rodeo. Coach Prime been coaching a long time. Long time. So now you have it. Let's just break down George Hegamin status. You have a Super Bowl champion on the O-line with Jimmy Johnson with Deion Sanders. Bam. He's a Super Bowl champ. He talking to a player, and he's a Super Bowl champion. That's one point. Coach with Coach Prime at Prime Prep. That's another point. That means Prime hired you. That means Prime thought you were cool enough with the Cowboys and brought you in to coach with him at Prime Prep. So you him. All right. Coach Prime coached with you again at the Under Armour All-American game. So he think you him still. All right. That's another point. Oh, well, wouldn't you know, he brings me in to Colorado. So now I'm at Colorado coaching. Whatever role they got me at, I'm still out there with the old line. I still see everybody. I'm still hollering at everybody. So, and I've been coaching, what, recently? I was an IMG coach, head coach, post-grad. I'm him. I'm just what Coach Prime wants. So, George Hegamin, it would be my guy. And I'm going to see what's next. LB, you say they sleep on KS. He went to a conference championship with less talent. Listen, y'all. KS at QB, that boy could run and throw. He him. Listen, y'all. Prime, listen. Watch the calculated steps. Who did Pat Shermer coach before? He coached Michael Vick before. I think he had coached Michael Vick before. I want to say he even coached Dunby Vick now. So he done coached them quarterbacks who get down. Yeah. Throw it and run. So, Ali, no, I'm telling y'all, he is a guy. He could be the new O-line coach. He got everything Coach Prime wants. They was on the Cowboys together, won the Super Bowl together. Coach Prime called him over to Prep Prime. Coach with me. They coached that Under Armour All-American together. Now Prime got him up there with him. Come on, man. This thing too easy. Kevin, you say George would be a great choice. He would be. So we just waiting on to see what Coach Prime them do. I think it's him or that guy that named Mike Minchek. Because, see, Brown. So he done coach Pat Sherman him, y'all. Watch what Pat Sherman them do with that offense. They gonna have KS out there jicking. That boy gonna be Well, you can't, hey. Linebacker scared to blitz because he might throw it over your head, boy. So, y'all, we got a great season coming in 2025. You ain't got, listen, you don't have to worry about the O-line coaching spot. It's going to be an elite guy. You ain't got to worry about who take over Danzy's spot. It's going to be an elite guy. Y'all realize that Coach Prime had that thing set up. I got to tell y'all something else since y'all want to know so much. Since you want to know so much, let me tell you. Let me give you what you're looking for. Now, Coach Prime had ballers on the staff. You got Nick Williams. He left. Danzy stepped up, took his spot. Danzy left. Hilo, to me, is going to take his spot. So that means Prime got to go hire somebody else just in case Hilo did. All right. Who else left? Gabe Lynn left. So he got to hire somebody else for that Gabe Lynn spot. So remember, somebody going to get that spot. If he bring up George Hilo, he going to bring somebody else in just in case for them spots. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Nick left, Danzy stepped up. Danzy left, I think George Hilo going to step up. Then I think they're going to hire 2 more guys on the defensive side. He hired Phil Loho with never having a spot. They tagged George Hilo. George Hegamin. So you got Phil Lowe, Dip, George Hegamin, Hegamin can step up and take the spot. So who else you bring in? Watch. Coach Prime finna bring in some coaches, y'all. I guarantee you, we lost 2 official coaches, but we got 2 coaches there to take their spot. Now you're going to probably have 2 more come in, plus Gabe left, so you're going to add another one. So I'm thinking coach going to raise up 2 coaches or bring in 2 elite coaches that had the NFL. So yeah, hey, Chad, they got to. They got to. So, because Coach Prime, hey, Nick left, Danzy stepped up. Danzy left, Hilo there. I just feel like he next. And if Hilo step up, they gonna hire somebody else, and they gonna hire somebody for Gabe Lynn. Now, Gabe Lynn was on the sideline, y'all. And but he was coaching. So coach bring in them coaches to make sure, hey, they be good. Virginia say, because we follow CU so closely, that is why it looks more alike than others. Yeah. Look, hey. So they gonna bring in somebody up under Hilo. They gonna bring in somebody for Gabe Lynn. I just feel like they are. I feel like if George Hegamin gets raised up, they gonna bring in somebody else. Unless Pat call his boy, hey, Mike, come on and get the job, boy. Come in and talk to coach. You know how me and you rock, boy. Come on. Come on. So, yo, Pat Sherman is ready to unleash. So, when y'all in the internet going crazy about who they should hire and Pat Sherman ain't nothing, they got to chill. Pat that man. Bizzo. Hey, Bizzo, you know they going to be breaking news. The people going to be breaking news, but I told y'all this. When recruits come in, go look at what they really was doing. Did they really stunt at their last spot, or was they all right? So you got to figure that thing out. And then, if they all right, does our coaching staff believe they could turn it on for them? Or, now, the best guys to me is the group of 5 baller and the FCS ballers. Bring in them, you good. Great one. You say they need to finalize Prime deal first before the speculations. That deal could get settled at any given time. The deal could already be done. They just ain't said nothing. I think Coach Prime love Colorado. I think he love this challenge right now. I think he wants to win a lot before anything else. So, he gonna get situated. They gonna get him right. Prime gonna get his. Coach Prime will get his. He'll get that big boy contract. And y'all look, if people leave, let's just get this out of the way now. So when people transfer, know that when they transfer and they leaving us, they either didn't play like they wanted to play, so that playing time just wasn't right. So that playing time just wasn't right for them. So that ain't right. They're going to leave. We got like 4 O-linemen coming in this week. We got one from Illinois. We got one from La Tech. We got, and La Tech, see, Power 4, you have to see why he leaving. Why is he leaving Power 4? Why did he leave? Any Power 4, you got to see. But sometimes you produce, but not like you want. Like we got that running back that left, Anthony Hankerson. Anthony Hankerson left for us. He was good. He went and balled out with Oregon State. So you just got to see how that thing pan out. Sometimes it just didn't go the way the player wanted. So they will leave. But when they leave from Power 4, you got to see what it was. They ball out because it didn't go the way they wanted, but they showed they was like that. All right, bam, that's when he go over there and ball. And then Van Wells, he left, and I think he's starting at Oregon State. Like Hank left. Hank was starting. Then Hank lost his mojo. Now Hank over there at Rutgers. I think eventually Hank gonna, get it together and start. Could be the same with Benson. Now, what I will tell you is, Black, you said, Seymour, I think George Hegamin did the interview with Coach Prime and Phil Lowe because he wanted someone there who knew the offense. And he know. So, and then he was there to back him. Like, bro, I got you. I ain't gonna let you fall. So we won 9 games, and Coach hired, what? 2 guys that didn't have that official stamp on them, which is Rob Livingston. Didn't have the college stamp on him. He got it now. Got his feet wet. He in there. Phil Lowe never had a position group himself. Bam, got the step on him. So Coach Prime did that. So now you got, it's too easy. It's about relationships. It's about relationships. Tyler, you say we can't have a consistent run game if the O-line is suspect. You right. You right. They listen. They are in the lab fixing that. They are fixing that. That is their main goal. Prime want to dominate. It ain't not 1 year y'all done never ran across Deion Sanders and he wanted to dominate. He dominated in every sport he played. Now he in the coaching arena. He dominated at high school. They dominated. I think, Shador won every championship. So now you got it. He ready to dominate college. Like, y'all got to think, at the Power 5, Power 4 level, this is his second season. The first season, to me, didn't even count because he had to put it together. He had to put this team together in 23. Then 24, we still trying to mismatch. This year should be better than both the first years. It should. It should. Clint, you say you think another gold jacket joins the staff this season? I'm going to give y'all a name that I think could do something because he's trying to get out there. I don't know how Coach Prime will do it, but Coach Prime have to see it and see that it makes sense. He could say, now this just me thinking, this ain't nobody talking to me, these just my ideas. He could say, Ed Reed, bro, I see you trying to get out here coaching. Let me bring you in and you just help out. You help out, big dog. Just like he brought him in to talk one day. Bring him in. Let him just hang out. If I'm Ed Reed, I call Prime myself. Bruh, I'm trying to get into coaching. Let me rock with you. Let me help you in any way I can. I will help you any way I can on that staff and help you out. Now, if the opportunity comes available, I done been there a year, 6 months. I know what's up, so I can run it. That's all I'm saying. So if I'm Ed Reed, I come. If I am Ray Lewis, I'm definitely coming. The reason I'm coming if I'm Ray Lewis is because, yes, I know Michael Vick didn't coach. Yes, I know Deshaun Jackson didn't coach. But for some reason, they wanted them. Well, Ray Lewis might have didn't even want them jobs. I think Ray Lewis wanted to stay in Florida. I think he wanted to stay in Florida. But see, if I'm Ray and I want that Bethune job, bro, I'm coming up there with Prime. I'm coming up there with Prime. Because I need to be in the coaching world. I need to be in the coaching world. I need to be in that coaching world. I need that coaching world like a champion. That's what I need. I need that coaching world. So Ray Lewis and Ed Reed need to go and get in the coaching world. They just need to, because all these days passing them by. They need to get in the coaching world and dominate. So they ain't got to do nothing. I mean, they could already be there. But check this out. I told y'all when Nick Williams left, Danzy was already on the squad. Then Danzy was up next. Now, Danzy gone. Hilo is on the squad. So Hilo should be up next. Now, that means Coach Prime got to hire somebody up under that. Then Gabe Lynn left, so he got to hire somebody for Gabe Lynn's spot. If he bring up, because Low Hope was there, Low Hope gone. So if he bring up somebody, which is George, George is there, George Hegamin. Now you need somebody up under that. Coach Prime always have guys. If y'all don't, look at this though. Just a preview now. You see Damian Lewis and Warren Sapp there. I'm just saying, if Damian ever jump, Sapp right there. If Damian ever jump, Sapp right there. So Coach Prime gonna have them guys there. Just like Nick Saban. You gotta have them guys sitting there ready to bust a move. That's all I'm telling you. Coach Dre, appreciate it. Lamar, you say Morgan State. Ooh. See, but did Morgan State hire somebody? Lamar, did Morgan State hire somebody? He could do that. But I think he live in Florida now. Stan Barrett, you say we're going to have a great season? I think so. I think we finna see a whole new get down this year. Because that boy, hey, that boy right there, KS, that boy finna get down. Larry, you say having the guys already in the building. Yes. So nobody ain't starting off fresh. I'd rather have my guys in there. Oh, you say they trying to replace. Well, I get Ray if I'm them. But that Coach Prime took that from Nick Saban, man. Well, I don't know who else had it, but I know Nick Saban had them guys ready. Oh, he left step up. He left step up. Like, we ain't looking for no coaches. My coach is there. Now, I look for the next coach. Hey, bring this one in, bring this one in. Yeah. And they be, listen, they be wanting to be on the staff. You got to think, look at this. I'm going to leave y'all with this. If you're a coach and you see Coach Prime at Sean Lewis, now he's at San Diego. He came to be an offense coordinator. Now he's at San Diego State head coach. Coached at Jackson State. He left that TC as the head coach. He was his offensive coordinator and maybe a position coach. Charles Kelly was his defensive coordinator. Now he is a head coach at Jackson State. Phil Loho. Well, let's go with Nick. Nick left. Now he's at Syracuse. Nick Williams gonna eventually be a defensive coordinator. Now, I don't know if he want to be a head coach, but I know eventually he's gonna be a defensive coordinator. All right. You got Nick Lee. You got Danzy. Danzy Lee to a new spot. Now you got George Hilo. So listen, eventually I know Danzy want to be a head coach. I know Danzy got to go to defense coordinator next, and then the head coach. That's still going to be on Coach Prime tree. So Danzy is going to be a guy that make a come up. Nick Williams going to be a guy that make a come up. Them guys I know want to be defense coordinators, and I know Danzy want to be a head coach again. So, yo, Prime tree rolling. Prime well connected. Prime always be thinking. The man ain't trying to take no L, y'all. Prime is not trying to take an L. That boy works smart and hard. You know how they say work smarter, not harder? Nah, Prime be working smarter and harder. So, we're going to have some extra people come in. I'm thinking we're going to hire 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to bring in at least 3 coaches. They could bring in more, but I'm thinking we're going to bring in at least 3 coaches. And I'm telling y'all for a fact, I believe George Hilo is our defensive coordinator in waiting. I just think he is. Especially if George Hilo gets moved up. I think he is. I think he is. So I think that's what's happening next. Y'all, so we're going to wait to see what Coach Prime officially does. But, oh, Ed, I'm going to do a show on that. I thought about that. I'm going to do a show on that. But I think George Hegamin is a great choice. To me, and I'm going to do the other candidate I think it could be. I'm going to do one on Mike Munchak. I'm going to do one on him. But, hey, blessings to y'all. I'll come back on throughout the day and ride out with y'all. Hey, holla, holla.